think we got this working. So, hello everyone, this is Car Donut Lady 7. Sorry if things are a little weird. I recently just got the ability to use a lot of my electronics back because they decided they wanted to die for a hot minute. So I'm gonna try and see if this game works. I've heard about it. It's supposedly pretty interesting, and I know it's a spin-off from the developer's other game. I do not recall the name of it, unfortunately, because I am just a genius like that. But what I do know is that we are supposed to be going through a park to find our son. So, let's see how that goes. Alright, well I guess this is your guys' warning for this kind of stuff. I am in a semi-dark room with headphones, so I think I'll be good. I do apologize if this is a little funky compared to any of the other times I've done this. It's been a hot minute, as I'm sure you are aware. So, please just be polite and work for me.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Is that a good thing, though? Because I believe this is like a horror game, so I don't think that's a good thing. Ah.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum.
You sound very tired, ma'am.
Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Alright. Oof. I walk kind of funny in this. Oof. Maybe I should have played with the settings. Alright. I have heard that there is a way to end this game very early, but I'm going to play this normally first, and then I'll worry about seeing if that is correct or not.
Attention, patrons. The park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Okay, well, I think I got to thank you. Alright.
Callum was born the
Hello?
day this place
There we
opened.
go.
This is his favorite place in the world.
Alright, Atlantic Island Park, a tribute to the untamed heart of Solomon Island and the people who use their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all of those who follow after. Infect is a very strange word to use here. It makes me concerned. Dedicated this first day of May 1977, James B. Longley. Alright, and there's a much easier way for us to read it. Good to know for next time. Alright, and I gotta do that a couple times. Good lord. I hope I'm gonna be able to use this properly. I'm also gonna try not to talk when people are talking, but... ma'am? We good?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
Okay, first of all, how did you know our name? If our name is Lorraine, which I'm going to assume it is. Second, if the gates are locked, how did he get in? Did you just watch him climb this and do nothing? Sir, I don't think you do your job very well. That's all I gotta say to that. Okay, does it matter which one of these I go in? I'm gonna go this one because it looks like it's a straight shot. Press B to shout out the cop.
Where are you going?
Catch me, Mommy.
But if I don't want to...
Wait for Mommy, Callum!
Over here.
There's something
Why am I
special
not
about
walking
the
up
entrance
this?
to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
The light does not spark joy. And are we having an earthquake? Hello? Ah, of course, random time shift, because that's just how long the escalator takes. Why didn't I walk up this again? Like, I'm sorry, if I'm trying to get my kid back, why am I not walking up the escalator while he's just standing there? Well, this looks
God.
horribly abandoned.
The park. What happened here?
Probably nothing good. Okay, so L is running, good to know. I'm going to walk
It's easy to
just
get
in
lost
case. Is it? This looks easier to navigate than Disneyland or Disney World. See here. Tunnel of Tales, House of Horrors, Sideshow Alley, roller coaster, bumper cars, Ferris wheel. Octotron? Sorry, my brain wasn't sure if that was Otto or Octo for a second. It looks pretty straightforward. Okay, so...
Come to mommy, Callum.
Can I interact with anything, or am I just supposed to, like, run headlong into this? I'm worried that there's gonna be stuff I miss. Oh, for the love of God, little boy. Come here, you. Oh, I see that you're at the house of haunted stuff. Alright, I can still see him going that way. Come on. I know the birds were scary, but we got this. I think. Again, I hope I'm not missing anything. I might go back later and just like walk through this entire thing. Yes. Shoe.
I think this belongs
Shoe?
to Callum.
Why did he lose a shoe? Why is he still running on the rocks if he lost a shoe? I'm sorry, have you ever done that? That is not fun. Maybe I'm just a baby, though. I don't know. You don't look very friendly,
Chad the
Mr. Chipmunk.
huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
You don't seem to like this place, ma'am. Why do you come here so often that people know your name? Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen in daily ice sculpting shows in the following locations. Why is he ice sculpting? 11 a.m. Sideshow Alley, 1 p.m. Octotron, 3 p.m. Park Entrance, Graffiti. Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. Okay, these people are not very nice to Chad, but if this is actually how you make the statue look, I feel like you're not exactly inspiring a lot of love for this character. That's all I gotta say. Please don't, like, turn and touch me either. Sorry, again, I'm, like, trying to see what I can interact with around here, because obviously I've lost Callum. Aha! There we go.
What's this?
Come on. Thank you. Purchase the land of Solomon Island for a pittance. Okay, this is obviously very old school. I might add, whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals. Just the mention of his name had people slamming doors and locking shutters for the moment I arrived on the island. Sorry, I think I hear people talking, which is concerning me, but I'm still going to read this. Hopefully I don't die. My lawyers, had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I do not know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with the curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible dark things. The land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused with his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I had a great vision for this place, and the will to see that vision through to the very end. Atlantic Island Park. The name is perfect, and I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. Okay, so are we dealing with, like, Pet Cemetery here, where the land is just bad? Because a lot of dead things going on. Sometimes dead is better. Alright. Let's see here. Where are you trying to lead me, Callum? Actually, I should probably shout.
Over here.
Over here sounds like this way. It also sounds like you could have gone in
Mommy
here.
needs to see you, Callum.
Was it just me, or did that wobble slightly when I shouted?
Come on, Mommy.
Callum, stay where you are.
Where are you, sir? Sorry, I'm trying to find my way to this boat, because I feel like we're supposed to ride this boat after him. Hello, Mr. Swan? Might I ride you, please? At least I think you're a swan. Or are you a goose? If this is a tail... Bleh. What is it? Cavern of Tales? Could be like Mother Goose inspired. That'd make more sense than a swan.
Come back, Callum.
How is he supposed to if he's on this thing? Why didn't we wait at the exit? Well, this is slow and, I guess, kind of relaxing, but also kind of what is going on.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy
Hansel and
named
Gretel.
Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool.
Or you could just, like,
Hansel and
hunt
Gretel
in the woods.
overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets.
Sorry, keep looking around because I feel like something else has got to happen here.
The next morning,
Especially since
the
I think we got
woodcutter
stuck.
leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods.
Hi?
When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the
Is
trail
there a
back to their
reason you're
parents'
staring
house.
at me, sir? I wish I could turn around more.
After receiving
Sorry, I
a
missed
thorough
that one.
scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper.
Oh,
Hansel tried
I guess
to
that was
sneak
a thing.
out and collect more white stones, but found
Oh,
that the
never
door
mind.
was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into
Sorry,
the
I'm
woods
apparently
myself,
getting
the wife told the woodcutter.
trophies for this.
In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again.
Why are we getting stuck? What is going on? Who's gonna eat me here?
Hansel broke his bread into pieces and
We already
left a
found the
trail
creepy
of
chipmunk
breadcrumbs
staring
to
at
lead
us.
them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed.
Yeah, good try, Hansel. But
Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days.
oof. Most of the time the story is just like, we wander around for like an hour and we find the gingerbread house, and we're good.
The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls.
Sorry, I'm like slightly on edge with the scary chipmunk.
Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house.
I have to say, this is kind of an interesting concept. You could easily actually do this, I feel, an amusement park.
Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel
Lies.
stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged.
The origins of do not take candy from strangers.
Followed. Once
Yes.
inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him.
I still don't understand why you want to eat people, lady. Got a candy house.
Time
Just be
passed,
like Baroness
and poor
Bonbon or
Hansel
something.
refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother
I always thought it was
Hansel,
good that Gretel
and
was
together
smart.
they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged,
It's
the
much more
children
interesting
sat
to me
by
that
the
they
oven
kind of
until
save
her screams
themselves
had
than
stilled,
somebody shows
and
up
the
and saves
witch
them. Though
was
I have heard different
cooked.
versions where that happens, I think. Like the father actually shows up.
And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
I'm sorry, I haven't heard that version of the story. But, I guess it's true. Even kids can't survive on sweets, but, ew. Alright, Callum, you around here? Oh god, I shouldn't have, hi, sad Mother Goose. I don't know what's going on. But, that was unneeded. Anything else gonna pop up or turn on me here? Can I get out now? I would like to leave. Thank you. Okay, that was interesting. I wish I could see the other side of you better. It looks like there might be stuff on you. So maybe it was just I didn't notice. I don't know. Alright. Oops. I have to remember this
Hansel and
turns
Gretel.
very sharply.
I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
Yeah, I have to say that she's not wrong. But it does definitely sound like she is very tired and possibly like suffering from like depression or something. And it makes me wonder, like, did she have nobody to, you know, help her?
Callum? Where'd you go?
Frickin' tree. Sorry, the tree looked like somebody with a jacket on for a hot second. Alright. Why is there a van?
Another
Okay,
accident.
please.
This place.
But what do you mean another accident? What do you know that I don't? Do I want to do this? Ugh. Hi, Mr. Teddy Bear. Despite the constant interruptions at work, Atlantic Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduce what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. What? What does that mean? It's astonishing to think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Are we doing the Five Nights at Freddy's thing, where we're taking people's emotions and doing bad stuff? Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon, I will know if this has been all for nothing. This has all been for nothing, sorry. Why are we playing with, like, evil, mysterious forces? And why does that poor teddy bear have something in his face? Like... Ugh, that's, like, right in the eyeball, too. Please tell me I don't have to, like, come back and grab that out of him. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would kind of like a weapon just in case. But at this point, I'm like, there are rocks on the ground.
Callum!
Hello? Okay, I hear you. But where are you? Were you up there? Was the creepy chipmunk up there? Is the cat from Coraline up there? Like, what is going on? I know I should probably be running, but... like... the other part of me is going... running might be bad. I guess I'm going to an
Mommy needs to
octopus?
see you, Callum.
Catch me, Mommy.
Okay, that sounded like everywhere and nowhere. I don't like this. Are you a thing I can look at? No, just like a puddle. Okay.
Callum, stay where you are.
Okay, creepy whispering child, chill out for 10 seconds. Right, before I go that way, I'm gonna make sure there's nothing hidden over here. And move a little faster. Doesn't look like anything important. I feel like luckily this game kind of sends you to where the important things are, but there are still a couple of things that might be off the beaten path or hard or easy to miss. Excuse me. Alright.
This old
Right,
thing used to
again,
make the
before
blood
I
run through my head. Make me dizzy.
Yeah, depending on how fast those things go, they definitely can do that. Sorry, I'm like checking for notes and stuff before I like attempt to write this thing. Because like, I'm very curious. This is sounding like we've got a pet cemetery thing going on where like the land is tainted because somebody decided, hey, let's bring negative energy here. Can I play with these? No? Maybe later. Sorry for how fast the turns are. Aha, there we go.
Oh,
I'm like,
I
there's gotta
remember
be
this.
something around here. Oof. You guys, neither of you look very happy to be here though. Like, can I flip it? Look at anything else? You look very unhappy to be here, and he either looks like super excited to ride or very much like he does not want to be here, and I cannot tell which. Alright. Quick double check on this side. Polaroid's probably the only thing, but just in case. Again, I kind of want to know what's going on with this story. Like, why negative emotions? What were we trying to do? Probably one of those live forever things, right? Okay. I was gonna say, I'm not sure if I can run because this thing doesn't seem to like me. I really don't know how to feel about you. Like, this actually looks vaguely cute, but the statue and the other thing does not look good. Increase speed. Oh, wait, hang on. Increase. Can I decrease? Because I feel like I'm supposed to, like, stop this so I can ride this. Okay. I don't know if I needed to do that, but, well, here goes nothing. Oh, Lord. That one dropped really quick. Excuse me. There was a man there. Like, I was just looking around to see if there was anything going on, but... apparently there's a man controlling this. Sir, where are you? Are you still there? Where are we? Sir? I appreciate fast roller coasters, but I don't trust this thing. This looks old and dangerous and deadly. Oh, Lordy! Oh, there you are. Hi! Good Lord. Why? Who are you? Are you the guy that did all of the, like, creepy evil stuff? Like, is that what happened here? Goodness gracious. I have to say, it's interesting that it keeps with the, like, pounding in your
hides
head.
in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
Did you not want to be pregnant? Because that definitely sounds like at least postpartum depression, if not just straight out do not want children. Alright, we got bumper cars, roller coaster, sideshow alley, and the Ferris wheel. I feel like going back toward the Ferris wheel might be a good idea, and then heading back around this way. But this thing is flashing, and therefore I am curious if there's anything going on here, so I'm going to take a quick look before I wander toward the Ferris wheel. Oh goody, there is a sign on the window. Totally nothing weird will happen when I touch this. Alright. I thought working the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of the season here really drags. There aren't many tourists around, and so most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping. Most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean, Steve. See? Even I'm starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. It's that goddamn suit. In the beginning it was a laugh. Steve the local lush as Chad the Chipmunk, child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Look up your daughters and all that. But the more he wears his suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first it was little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. Yeah, I have a feeling that that suit might be possessed or just a bunch of negative energy. Also, why do I hear keys jingling? Maybe it's not keys, I don't know, but I'm hearing little jingles. But then I saw him at Susie's Diner, still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to the park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. Nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by, and apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him, puking up in a gutter outside Cycloil... I can't talk. Cycloil Station. Because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. The shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up. Word I'm not saying. Whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually, I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Steve, wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Henman. Yeah, this definitely sounds like something about either Chad the Chipmunk itself, or the suit has a lot of, I guess what they were talking about, like negative emotions, and therefore it's just like a bad time. You don't want to be in the suit. Whoa. Hi? Well, I had a feeling something had to happen. I'm like, the light was flashing. Are you okay in there? I hope Steve/Chad didn't, like, do anything to you. I'm gonna go ride the Ferris wheel now. Sorry.
Callum, come back here right now!
Dude, I didn't even hear that over here. It's probably that way, though. Sorry, we're going this way. Alright, so that way is the Ferris wheel, obviously. I have to say, it looks really cool with the kind of mist and clouds, but it is definitely not super inviting. Do not want to have to do this under normal circumstances. I really feel like this thing is just completely up. Never mind, I guess I won't go do that yet. Give me back the page. Thank you. Frustrated by the fact the plans seem incomplete. Excuse me. I know as well as anybody the rules of the game can be changed with enough money, but no matter how much money talks, you can't conjure up missing plans from thin air. I've tried contacting the organization who sold me these plans, and they are stonewalling me. Every contact that I had, every meeting place that I have had watched are swept bare. I have a sinking feeling that I have been swindled. We've gone ahead with what we could find in the plans regardless. The harvesting machines, the transporter mechanisms, etc. I'll probably let Nicholas name them something cute for the day we open the park. They will be rides after all. Wait, so did you take harvesting and transportation machines and turn them into these rides? Is that what those weird little cars are or something? I am very confused. Very, very confused. Also, sorry, I'm doing this again because I noticed the cool little, like, axe necklace. Makes me think she's, like, supposed to be the woodcutter in the Hansel and Gretel story. I don't know, probably reading too much into that. Yeah, but I know I came from that way, so that was the only other way to go. But I guess we gotta go this way. So, what was it? Bumper cars was the next closest? Because it seems like we're riding all of these rides to either, like, get our memories back or something. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like bumper cars, because House of Horrors was near the front. And I feel like we're going in, like, a big old circle. So it's probably going to be bumper cars, roller coaster, then run up to the Ferris wheel, because you can't get there from the Octotron, then the Shideso Alley, and House of Horrors. At least that's my assumption with the way this thing is going.
Come to mommy, Callum.
Sorry. Follow the trail? Who just said that to me? Like, I know follow the trail. It's a very obvious trail. I'm just double checking because usually in video games, if there's a wide open space, there might be something hiding there. Alright. I'm following the trail. So that's what you were supposed to be. What on earth are you? You look kind of like somewhere between like a Kappa from Japanese mythology and an eldritch horror. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, you're kind of cute in your own weird, creepy way, but...
Don't hide from me, Callum.
Hehehe. This is not funny, little boy. This is not nice.
Constant
whole
crashes and
place
80s
looks like
music.
it's-
I guess it floats someone's boat.
Ma'am, you really don't like this park. Why do you continue to bring him here? That's what I want to know right now. Alright, can I get in this way? Cool. I don't want to set foot on that quite yet. What on earth? Device. Hello? Can I do anything? Good lord, was that stuff that happened to me? Like, it definitely looks like it. Okay, so this is obviously taking place in, I'm gonna say the 80s? Because Callum was born when this opened, and it opened in 77. If she was suffering from, like, depression or something, it's possible they used, like, that electrotherapy thing, where basically they, like, hooked you up and ran an electrical current through your brain. So maybe, is that what that was? Did that happen to her? Because it sounds like she was dealing with postpartum depression. And possibly other things, I'm not sure. Alright, I'm probably supposed to ride you, because you're lit up. Ah, no, but there is an accident report. Okay. Okay, accident report. Employee's name, Francis Dufresne. Time and date of the accident, the 25th of October, 1976. Job titles and department, labor working on the crane. Supervisor, Richard Stapleton. Witness, Lawrence Creed, Michael Edgeworth. Brief description of the accident or incident. During the transport of the bumper cars to the arena, one of the straps attaching the load of the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis. Oof. Who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Yeah, I'm gonna say if you have a cascade of bumper cars fall on you, you are at least in a lot of pain and, like, paralyzed. If not, like this, Francis was killed. Did the injured employee see a doctor? Yes. What is the doctor supposed to do? If yes, did you file an employer's portion of work compensation form? Yes. I'm guessing Francis has family that needs this, because, like, what the hell? Supervisor's comments. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load unlocking the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. Okay, so they probably think Dexter's, like, hallucinating or something. But with the friggin' chipmunk running around, who the hell knows? I mean, there's enough stuff going on that it could be supernatural. It could just be somebody... Because this all sounds like, obviously, while they were still working on the park, it could be somebody that lives here that's just like, no, get out of here, and did that. What could have been done to prevent this? Double checking the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drug screenings for all drivers. Fair enough. Have the unsafe conditions been corrected? No. Gee, so surprising. Employer supervisor signature, illegible. There, I can talk. Illegible signature. 25th of October, 1976. Additional comments. The local laborers are very superstitious, and this hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work until we have someone from the local church walk the park and exorcise the spirits. To be fair, maybe you need that. Uh-oh. I guess I'm not driving. Why Why couldn't you let me jump back? Why was I not allowed to jump back from that? What the hell? Alright, are you trying to show me something? Is this how I need to go to... Oh, this is probably how I need to go to get to the Ferris wheel. Thank you. I mean, like, that was terrifying. Please don't do that again. But, you know, thank you. Real quick, I'm gonna do a look around just to make sure that I didn't miss any other notes or anything. I feel like I've probably gotten it because that was the, you know, big, hey, look at what happened thing. But, same time. Poop doop 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 doop. How do you guys feel about bumper cars, by the way? Like, I don't hate them, but I'm one of those people that does that thing where I'm like just driving around the side, trying not to get hit, as opposed to like actually trying to run into people. I think it's because like a part of me just, I don't want to run into people. Not to mention I've had those friends that just get a little too aggressive with that. So being completely tossed around and getting whiplash is not always fun. Sometimes, though, I do enjoy a bit of bumper car jousting. But normally I'm just a weirdo that's like, please don't hit me! Alright, you good? I don't know.
Or what it was. Or watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the script. My daughter, Helen, she... of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
Well, you really don't want to say that to the sheriff, because that's just gonna make it way worse. So yeah, I'm betting that what we saw was her actually going through that electroshock therapy stuff. And unfortunately, it's, you know, we've proven that it's not the best method for this type of thing. So I am saying that she's probably went through postpartum depression, and to be fair, depending on the time frame, again, I think this is in the 80s, leaving your kid in the car to like run into the grocery store to grab milk, if that's what she was doing, that wasn't considered that bad. Like, I don't think it's amazing or super good, mind you, but, you know, it's not bad. Admittedly, though, if she went into like the DMV, then yeah, don't do that. I feel like she also must be from like a small town or something, to have like the sheriff just come up and like watch the window for your boy. Because at least where I live in the big city, we don't usually have that. Like, a random person might be looking like on a telephone nowadays for going, hey, there's a child trapped in here. But alright, let's see here. Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that they are locals, and so they believe a lot of the rumors about what Old Man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Why do I have a feeling like Henderson did a lot of like ritual sacrifices? Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Did you stop to think maybe it was real? Like, I admit, I'm one of those people that I keep an open mind about everything. I believe magic and stuff exists because sometimes there is just no other explanation for certain things. But at the same time, it's like, if you don't believe in it, I'm not gonna fault you for it. It's easy to say it's just silly superstition and that kind of thing. But at the same time, give it a little bit of like credit. If people are concerned about it, at least like in the last note, have the person from the church, the priest, walk around and like bless stuff just so they feel better, even if to you it's ridiculous. It would probably make things easier. Anywho, of course, that is why I chose this site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus of dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here, it makes my skin crawl. So are you trying to keep the dark energy sealed here? Are you trying to get rid of it through, like, positive energies and laughter? Or what? Because it almost sounds like this place draws in dark energy. And if you don't keep it contained, it might dissipate to, like, the surrounding areas. But I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I am missing. Alright, it definitely sounds like this guy had at least an idea of some of the bad stuff that this Henderson person did, and either he was looking to continue the work or looking to stop whatever he did. I'm an optimist, so I'm going to say he was trying to figure out a way to stop all the bad stuff from happening. Whether I'm correct or not, I don't know. Alright, I'm going to guess that is the only thing I needed to find. Just in case, though, I'm going to do another quick look around because I see other benches. Anything else around here? But yeah, it sounds like there's obviously negative energies. Henderson probably did, like, black magic sacrifices types things. I really wish I could remember the proper name of this company's major. Or, not major, but other... other game, because I heard this is a spin-off of it, so I'm like, does it tie in somehow? My brain wants to say Westworld, but I'm pretty positive that is not it, at the least. I don't think I see anything else around here. Oh, can I... Aha!
So they are going to close this place down. Doesn't surprise me.
Dude, if this is how it normally looks, I'm surprised it's still open. I'm pretty sure this is already closed. Alright, State Bureau of Fair Rides Inspection. Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. State Inspector Report. Inspection date, September 22nd, 1980. Unsafe, close the park. I'm not surprised again. Okay, so it opened in 77, and it was probably closed in 1980? So then, that doesn't seem to make sense, though. They must have reopened it or something. Because Callum looks to me like he's at least somewhere between 8 and 10. Possibly 12 if you're pushing it. There's no way he's 3, because if he was born in 77 and they closed it in 80, he would be 3. So that's not possible. Alright. Sorry. Just trying to figure out everything. Inspectors. Next. After touring the park, riding the rides, and viewing this startling number of incidents suffered here in the park, it is this inspector's opinion that Atlantic Island Park should be shut down until Nathaniel Winter, complies with all safety regulations. Yeah, you probably should have done that to begin with. Well, I understand that there is a sensitive political relationship between Mr. Winter and the senator. Really, he has a senator in his back pocket? Okay. I nevertheless suggest that such political considerations be set aside in condemning Atlantic Island Park. Yes, please. We don't need people dying here. Or more people dying here, I guess. Rides at first glance appear well constructed. Do you mean well constructed? And maintained, but the sheer number of incidents in the park during the last few years and during construction lead me to believe that there is something wrong at the base level of construction, and we should close the park and fully investigate the flaws. Probably a good idea. To wit, here is a partial list of the fatalities in the park since opening only 2 years ago. Family of 3 killed when a roller coaster cart derailed? Holy, oh my goodness. I don't want to think about that for them or the people that possibly saw that. 14 separate incidents of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Octotron? Well, I guess if you're going really fast, not to mention putting your arms out of the cars. And let's face it, this is the 70s and 80s. things didn't have the same type of, like, protection that we have nowadays. 3 suicides from the top of the Ferris wheel. Ugh, and I have to ride this. A child seriously injured on the escalator. Oh no. Anytime I hear things about escalators, I always assume it's like untied shoes and the not the strings, come on, the laces getting caught as it's going around and people not like instantly trying to take their shoe off or something. It's why I'm very big about like not having untied shoes. Sorry. Going off on a tangent, over a dozen children reported missing in the House of Horror since its construction. Okay, not nice. One report of drowning in the Tunnel of Tales. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how some of these happen, but at the same time I'm like, the drowning one specifically, I'm like, how did you do that? Was it a baby? Did they get run over by the thing and stuck under it? The goose boat. And the dozen children reported missing. Why wouldn't you go through with your child? Like, I'm sorry. I'm probably an overprotective auntie, but whenever we went into, like, haunted houses and stuff, I tried to make my nieces and nephews hold my hands as we went, because A, I'm a baby and I got scared, but also B, I didn't want them getting lost. I know how that works. No, thank you. The sheer volume of incidents means that it is me strongest recommendation. Sorry. That Atlantic Island Park be closed immediately. The sheer volume of incidents means that it is my strongest recommendation that Atlantic Island Park be closed immediately, signed David Wolfseth. Sorry, I know that that's probably not purposeful, but like at the same time, I'm just like, ooh, pardon me. Slight oops on a couple of those words. Alright, are we stopping? Do I need to decrease speed more? We just... one more time, just in case. Because I am definitely not trying to jump onto this thing. I don't even want to ride this. Fair warning here, I do not like Ferris wheels. Like, they're cool. I do think you can see a lot of pretty stuff when you're on them. But on the same note, I am not a huge fan of heights, so... oh, goody. Is the creepy man gonna be back? Do I get a story, Lorraine? Like, what are we doing here? See, like, look at this. There is no door here. I would be pressed up against this wall as best I can, just trying to be far away as possible.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Dawn and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Dawn was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
Alright, so this definitely sounds like she was not only dealing with depression, but then that turned into like postpartum depression, because while she wanted to maybe start a family with this guy Don, obviously that didn't work. I'm also concerned that she had some resentment toward Callum because of that. And hello, hat top man? Hat top, I can talk. Top hat man. I was wondering, I was like, are we just getting a background story? Okay, the fact this guy keeps popping up and disappearing makes me think he might be like the spirit of that creepy old man that decided to like start kidnapping and sacrificing children. At least that's what I'm assuming happened here. Also, if Don died on the Ferris wheel, why would we ever want to ride this thing? Like, ever again. Just no. Okay, I got myself stuck. Sorry. But, like, especially with me not having a real love of Ferris wheels, I do not need to ride this thing. Period. I think I went in the out and out the in. My bad. Alright. So then, last thing left, roller coaster, Shides Alley, and House of Horrors. Alright. I guess
Callum?
we go to the next one.
Callum!
Oh boy. See, and this is why I don't know why we're riding it. Like, if this is what happened, that thing just flew off. You can even see where it's missing. Like, no. Alright, I'm sure there's not an actual baby in here, but... I'm sorry, was I supposed to take this first? I'm sorry? Where did you come from? I don't even think you came from the Ferris wheel. Who knows, maybe you did. Anything I need to see in here? No? Good. You okay, little dolly? Can I just, like, sit with you for a minute and not have to do this? Ugh. I know this is probably uncomfortable for people, but this doll is actually kind of cute to me, so I like it. Okay. Oh, Callum!
Mommy is coming, Callum. A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. Their life has their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters. Really grinds my gears. And he really grinds my gears. And he owes me every
Stuff. I'm also going to assume with that kind of attitude, I brought you into this world, I can take you out, you should that I'm even here for you. Mr. Roller Coaster. Yep. Sorry, double checking this. Also, did anyone notice I couldn't really hear it over her talking after I called for Callum? I heard don't touch it. Like, what does that mean though? Like, don't touch what? Like, was I not supposed to touch the doll or the ticket or... Sorry, I know I'm like not riding the ride yet. I'm just like, again, searching for anything because I feel like I need all little bits of evidence I can to try to understand what the heck is going on here. But yeah, I'm assuming down that way is where I'm gonna have to go for the sideshow. Okay, so I'm guessing I enter here.
I always wanted to write this
or
one.
no.
Never got around to do it before.
Are you sure you're gonna like it though? That's my question. Hello? Sorry, just trying to keep an eye out for stuff. Also, at least for me, there is a lot of, like, you know, sounds going on that I'm just like, just hearing this as I climbed, I wouldn't want to ride this. Like, admittedly, I don't want to ride this anyway. It's terrifying looking. Ride the roller coaster. Give me a second. I'm gonna double check on this side. I'm assuming I'll end up getting out on the other side, so I'll be able to check out over there in a second. Alright. Doesn't look like there's anything else. Also, how are these moving? Because I'm not starting them. Well, I guess Mr. Top Hat Man will make another appearance because how else am I doing this? you here, Mr. Top Hat Man? Why are you the person in charge
do you
here?
want?
That's all I want to know.
We need to talk about Callum.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
I'm just staring at the stars.
Poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
Witch has him now.
Oh, I can
Has
kind of
both
see him
you.
if I turn enough.
No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just,
This is
just leave me
uncomfortable.
alone.
Random hand.
Fool, you always were.
Okay, you are an uncomfortable companion, sir. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, flashback happening. Did she have a traumatizing birth as well? Was Callie maybe a C-section? Whoa! I couldn't read that fast enough, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. Alright, let's try to just stay facing forward. Chase your dreams. What does that mean? Hello? Whoa! Okay. Did not see that one coming. Okay, that was a trip. Can I get off now? Please. I'm sorry I was looking around for a couple of those. I didn't know where to look. I was like, is stuff gonna appear beside me, around me? Like... Alright, what? Aha. I thought I heard like weird talking over here. Let's see here. It works. The calculations and adjustments worked. The transport and storage mechanisms seemed to be flawless. What a wonderful day. If only these people knew what they were fueling. And so, what if a few people leave the park at the end of the day feeling dour? I think that means like down, like, you know, disheartened and sad and stuff. Sorry. I thought it said sour, but then I looked at it again and I was like, what? So what if the children are more scared than excited on the roller coaster? This could be the doorway to immortality, and such doorways open only to those who have the will to find the key. Okay, yeah, he was definitely... So, Mr. Winters, I think it is, was definitely using the other guy, Alex? I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. Mr. Henson? Was that his last name? I think it was Alex Henson, but I don't know. So he was probably using his, you know, quote-unquote, the Alex guy was trying to do to gain immortality, and he figured out a way to do it better, or he thinks he did? Or, I mean, I've got one on my chest. I could use a real one for, you know, safety precautions. How do I use
I can help you, Callum.
Keep them away from me.
What on earth does that mean?
Callum, where are you?
Don't let the witch put me in the oven.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. There will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why.
Okay. So, now comes the question, is she delusional? with some of this stuff. Or... Hello? Or was someone actually trying to hurt him? Because it's definitely one of those, I feel like it could go either way.
Callum! Callum!
What are you scared of?
Oh, okay. So
The
sometimes
whole
when I do that,
town
I'll
was
show
shocked
me
by
stuff.
that one. Never found out who did it.
Cotton candy corpse leaves sour taste in parkgoer's mouth. Ew. Yesterday evening, visitors at Atlantic Island Park were shocked and horrified by the discovery of a dismembered corpse behind the cotton candy stand. According to local authorities, the corpse has yet to be identified. However, they have confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. Oh, God. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy who noticed a pair of ravens tugging at something just out of sight behind the shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owner of Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement. It is a true tragedy when something like this occurs, especially in a place that was designed to bring forth happiness and joy. The staff of Atlantic Island Park offer their condolences to the family and friends of the victim and will cooperate fully with authorities to help bring this case to rest. The Solomon Chronicle will provide daily updates on the story going forward. So there are actually, like, murders and stuff going on in the park. Calm down, creepy whispers. I'm allowed to get my thoughts out. So it does seem like there's some, like, evil energy going on with the park, possibly possessing people. I wonder if that's maybe also what could be going on with Callum now. Like, could it be that because they were coming to the park so often, he was getting targeted by whoever was doing this stuff? Yeah, I don't like cotton candy normally, and I'm definitely not taking any from you now, Mr. Park. Thank you. Sorry, I'm like listening to try to figure out where to go. I'm assuming I go that way, but I'm gonna go around just in case. I also just realized that I'm not really looking too hard at these benches. But I feel like that was the main thing I was supposed to find, so...
I'm not playing anymore, Callum!
Okay. Yeah. I might have gone the long way around, but... this is, like, uncomfortable. I don't really want to do that. And hello. It's creepy mermaid. Alright. Oh, goody. I had a feeling I had to go to the cotton candy. Pickled punks? What? Okay, I probably have to come back here in a minute. This looks important. I really don't want to go to that at all. Okay, I hear you, creepy whisper voices.
Back! This isn't a game, Callum!
Mommy,
It's interesting. Sweetie, I'm trying to help you, but I can't find you. Ugh, I probably have to go this way, don't I? Love the blood and Alright, is there anything else that I can look at or deal with? Do I have to
Poor
examine?
bastard. Who did this to him?
Looks like it might be a teenager or something. Oh, hi. I feel like your sound was slightly delayed there, because that wasn't nearly as scary as it probably should have been. Well, that's uncomfortable. Alright, so what I'm getting right now is that whoever makes the unhappy decision to be Chad is they get possessed by something that makes them hurt people. Again, that is just my assumption right now. I don't know how correct that assumption is. So it looks like Chad is the main, like, oh, hey, this type of thing. Alright. I don't think there's anything else, so I'm going to go back to that opening. I probably should have followed the blood around. I just went the long way. Aha. So there is
I
definitely
can help
something
you,
here.
Callum.
Yeah. Okay. Why do I want to take pills?
These are mine.
Okay, can I read that? I could not read that fast enough. Oh, lordy Lou. Destroy reality. F gravity. I can taste your dreams. Sheriff Banner is pig, but his daughter is spelled like doter. Not safe, the League. Your mother. Only dead fish follow the stream. Say no to graffiti. Slightly ironic. Some kids laugh, some kids cry, but mostly children simply die. Dark? All that you love will be carried away. I feel like that's some of the stuff that we saw as she was going through that hospital. Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Reagan 80. Don't believe anything they tell you. Fear the boogeyman. Stop picking your nose then. At least that one's kind of funny. Alright, I'm assuming I gotta go this way because it's the only way out. I can't do anything else here. Can't interact with that. Yeah. Okay. Can I... Oh, lordy. So... Oh, okay, bye. So I'm gonna guess that... Oh, it's you again, of course. I'm going to guess that, again, because she had, like, postpartum depression and stuff, they gave her medicine that did not really work all that well. Do I have to talk to you right away? I'm assuming that there's really nothing else I can do here,
Forgive
but...
me, Callum.
Don't touch me. Don't
Oh, lovely.
touch me.
I'm not touching you. I haven't even found you. Shush, Mr. Clowns. Alright, Future Times by Laurel and Howdy. Not Laurel and Hardy. Belly button is the signature of your personal creator. What? I believe her name was Mama? Every 17th child is a magnet for sinfulness, made omniscient by broken fires in the coastal stream? We don't believe that the earth belongs to battered goats and shamrock afterbirth. Only the truly naked wrens of righteous indignation are served by war-crossed cleavages and trust exercise arrhythmia. Beaumont will come to the island bearing the talisman, and he will shatter the seals that bind the orthodoxy of corruption. Only then will priests shoot, ladies reveal, housewives pontificate, and delay messiahs make axles for the rescue of Tango and Cash. Sweet the temptress who grips the shaft, twists the shaft, absconding with third age fire into fourth age darkness, while gods lie writhing on the shattered face of the earth. Gaia has sweetness and grace, but her days are numbered, and heavy fist hives break before frozen wills and calligraph actresses in pencil and paper. The All-Seeing Eye will provide decade-long updates on the story going forward. What does that even mean? I feel like I'm dealing with an eldritch horror that I just don't understand. Hello. Can I... Well, you make sounds, but I can't interact with you. I get it, pickled punks, woo, whatever. Oh, well, unfortunately the guy disappeared. You I don't like. If I go back around, will he appear again? 'Cause I'm worried that, like, I might have missed something by, like, not going up to him. Probably not. I'm assuming he just disappears. Floating bear. Nothing's over here except eyeballs. Alright, yeah, no. I'm guessing there's nothing else for me to do around here. I probably found the other thing. This poor guy's still here. Nope, still can't do anything. Alright.
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Don't take me.
No.
Okay, yeah, she definitely had really bad depression and stuff, and I'm betting that those pills did not help in the least. Okay, and yeah, this all looks more or less back to normal. I'm going to assume they wouldn't put anything anywhere again.
The park
Just
is a
like-
collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes, and the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears, while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. And what secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I've always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
Oh, it is the last place we got to go, so... Sorry, I'm like trying to double check. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know, maybe it's just not a long game or something. Or maybe I'm just really stupid and I've missed obvious things. Also, yes, sorry, I stared at this bear for quite a minute because I'm like, that does not look good. Hello, happy little gingerbread child thing.
Where are you?
Follow the breadcrumbs.
Alright. So what I'm getting right now is that Callum was likely one of the kids that got abducted in this House of Horrors thing. Carrie Killen is Satan's wife. Is that a nod to the movie Carrie? Alright, sorry, before I enter your gaping jaw. I'm assuming the flashlight will work when I get in there, but just quick double checking.
Callum? Callum!
Alright. Uncomfortable. But yeah, what I'm getting right now is I think Callum might have gone missing, and she hasn't been able to deal with that, but I'm not sure. It's what I'm leaning toward, because all this talk about, like, kids getting, you know, basically taken in this haunted house, her horrible dislike of the witch, this kind of thing. It at least sounds to me like lovely, creepy. That Callum might have been one of the ones that got abducted in here. You know, went missing. Okay. Sorry, just making sure there's nothing before I try to go in. This does not look safe in the least, may I just say. Alright, since this is a horror house, I'm gonna assume something's gonna pop up at me for no apparent reason other than it can. Alright, there's a page. Is there anything else around here? We'll go with the obvious page and then we'll go with the other ones if I can find them. Done. Atlantic Island Park has closed its gates. A jeering throng of townsfolk gathered as we hung the heavy iron padlock on the gates. Small-minded fools, scared of what they don't understand. My machines lie silent and dejected. But I am not beaten. I have sent my wife and son back to Boston, and I have retreated here to the House of Horrors. I must think. Alright, so I'm gonna say Mr. Winters probably went a little nutsy. I don't know if his bid for I want to be, immortal worked. I thought that was the Cheshire Cat for a second. My bad. Oh, look at this. Nathaniel Winter, welcome you to Atlantic Island Park. So the person we're seeing is Nathaniel Winter. Are you the one that took Callum? Because, I'm wondering when Callum actually, disappeared right now. Because I'm feeling like it's probably been a minute. Hello there. How we doing? There's a dude on the ground, and there's a cord. Are you gonna pop up? Yeah. Why do you look like a soldier, though? You look like a really weird soldier. Alright, hello, sir. I'm surprised this thing is still working after all these years, too. Because I'm assuming this isn't just a... Oh, well, you disappeared. Because I know there was something there for a second. Sorry, busy looking everywhere for everything. Alright. So I'm thinking... Are you gonna growl at me? Excuse me. I'm gonna see if any of these pages are interactable real quick. Nope. Hi. Is it this way? Does the door work? I'm assuming it's that way, yeah. But I feel like Nathaniel Winter probably was the person in charge of stuff. And then oh. What the hell? Okay, so I think Nathaniel Winter was the guy in charge of everything. He found that other guy's stuff and wanted to become immortal. He then possibly put some sort of weird curse, maybe? Spell on the Chad suit, or at least the poor Steve guy that was in the Chad suit. And then the two of them started abducting children to try to make this thing work. Whatever the thing is. Whether that's I don't know. From the sounds of it, I see you. Hello, Mr. Winter. I now know who you are. Yeah, you can't see you. You're probably dead under me, aren't you? Or you're just a shadow. But they started working together to, unfortunately, sacrifice kids, either to get this god to come back and give them immortality, or just because of however, you get immortality in this game, I guess. Yes? Am I the creaky? Sorry. Again, I'm just double checking everywhere. I feel very strongly that I am missing pieces of stuff. Can I get out? Thank you. Alright, where am I at? Okay. So that's where I came down, so that's where I need to go. That's something. Sorry, again, just like double checking everywhere. Hello?
What have you done with him? Stop!
Okay, with the way she's talking now, I think she might have seen whoever it was that tried to abduct Callum, but she couldn't get to him in time. That's what I'm thinking as of right now. Alright, am I supposed to go this way or the other way, though? Hi.
Don't make me look at it.
Hello there.
Alone.
I feel like this might be the way I'm supposed to go. Which makes me want to, like, go back. Hello? Sorry, random little boo when I'm like slightly on edge, but also going, what the heck is going on is not like super scary, I'm sorry. Incidents, and I cannot dismiss them as random chance. The park works, but something is interfering with its intended function. It's as though the very air in this place is corrupting the power, even as I collect it. A few casualties here and there are acceptable. When employees go on stabbing rampages, it draws attention. I'd rather not have the boys in blue, either kind, investigating this place too closely. It's a shame about Steve. I rather liked him. Okay, so Steve obviously started trying to kill people. And I'm guessing the boys in blue are not just, you know, police officers, but also possibly like the people for padded cells and stuff. Or perhaps even like the higher ups. Hello, person? Random zombie. Hello there. Sorry, I was like, are you moving? Okay. I definitely feel like I'm going the right way, which does make me want to like turn around and see what was down that one hallway. But at the same time, not sure. Hello?
Where is my boy?
Okay. I think before I head this way, following creepy Mr. Winter, I am going to head back. Because I want to know what's down that other hallway. I do apologize, I cannot run in here. Which, like, I guess I kind of get. I wouldn't trust running on this floor, given how long it's probably been since this was actually opened or anything. But yeah, it definitely feels like she saw someone take Callum, possibly Steve, or possibly somebody else that was just in the chipmunk outfit. Heck, possibly even just Mr. Winters himself, I'm not sure. But she saw somebody take him, but she didn't know where they went, what happened afterwards, type of thing, if that makes sense. She maybe figured out it was down here, but again, it's one of those, I'm just theorizing, I have no idea. Alright, doesn't seem like there's anything down here, so this was kind of a waste, I apologize, but I needed to satiate my curiosity on that one. Alright, so I guess we're gonna follow Creepy Man into the mouth of the clown, which I don't like in either sense. I still feel like I'm missing stuff. Like, I don't feel like I have all the pieces of the puzzle, but I don't know how much longer this is, so maybe we'll get some more answers, or at least more pieces.
I'm a horrible mother. Where is he?
Yeah, she definitely... I know this is probably, like, bad, but I feel like she does truly care about Callum. It's just, obviously, she has her own problems that she's trying to deal with, coupled with trying to watch Callum and all of the other stuff going on in her life probably doesn't make it, like, super easy. Oh, yay, going down, just what I want to do. Okay, do I open all the doors? Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Alright, so, what do we have here? Let me guess, this is supposed to look like our house. Nightmare Circus. By Farron Coma. A circus burns to the ground on opening night, killing dozens. The owner is put to death by an enraged mob of townsfolk just as he shouts out a curse. Now Raven, a dark-souled wanderer, comes to the ruins at dusk in search of his missing mother. Let the show begin. Huh. Sounds like a good B horror movie.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum and did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
So she probably went in, likely due to leaving Callum in the car, and they gave her quote-unquote treatment. They sent her back out. It sounds like she has, you know, that, like, photo of your loved one somewhere to, like, keep an eye on you. And it sounds like her dad, obviously, is not a very nice person. Possibly due to the drinking, possibly just in general, but yeah. Hunger, the true story of the Donners. On April 16th, 1846, a group of covered wagons began the 2,500-mile journey to California. Just 8 months later, they found themselves stranded in the Sierra Nevada mountains with very little to bite or sup. It was to become one of the greatest tragedies of westward migration that the world has ever seen. Now our panel of Donner experts have uncovered compelling evidence that the families were forced to resort to cannibalism in order to survive that terrible winter. In this never-before-seen expose, read about how the Donner children were forced to eat their brothers and sisters in order to survive. All here in the pages of the shocking true story. I wouldn't put it past them having to do that, given the time frame and how bad the winter probably was, but I'm always kind of like, oh yes, true story, quoting fingers. Disconnect notice. After multiple attempts to collect payment, we regret to inform you that your service has been discontinued or will be discontinued shortly. Please do the following. Make a payment listed on your last bill, contact us at this number, and we can arrange payment plans so that you can immediately be reconnected. If you believe this is an error, call us to discuss your options. If you are unable to make a payment, please contact your local welfare office to discuss a placement for you and your loved ones. Winter in Maine is cold and brutal. Don't face it without electricity. The Dunwich Power Company. Yeah, so it sounds like she was trying to do her best, but her best wasn't enough. Pooh, pardon me. Hello, little bud. Oop, put it down. I hear whimpering. I can't tell if it's her crying or Callum crying or what. The wilting. With this novel, Susan Anscombe cements her place as one of the most important science fiction writers of a generation, the wilting. Solar flare has struck the earth. Millions of people are uprooted from their homes. A young meteorologist searches desperately for a way to stop global overheating. An exotic dancer named Chance O'Hara is the key to saving the world again. Again, I'm assuming this is a series then. Dynamic, exciting, bombastic, everything we've come to accept from an Anscombe novel. Chance O'Hara is back, and you better believe that she is bigger, better, and bolder than ever. Alright. Interesting books, but then again, people are allowed to have odd hobbies. Hello there. I could never do one of these. Like, if I was lucky, I would get a side, but that was it. Like, I could never do more than one. I love you from Callum. Yeah, I feel like they did their best. Now, obviously, there's some cigarettes here, which might mean that she has a smoking habit, or it could be the dad. If the dad was, like, around. And I don't mean Callum's dad, I mean her dad. Like, if her dad was, like, constantly around. Because it sounds like he was watching her a lot. And was very much like, you suck at what you're doing. Sorry, I'm just, like, double-checking stuff. Milk, cheese, bread, butter, corn, potatoes, apples, fish sticks. Remember, drop off Callum, electricity bill, fix faucet. Okay, drop off Callum where, though?
Leave me alone!
Oh, there's a faucet that needs fixing. Cool, can I fix this? No? Yeah. Okay. Do I go through this door? Probably not. I'm assuming. Nope. Open. I'm assuming. I was gonna say probably not a whole lot in here. And I'm hoping, since there was a bottle of wine in there, that she didn't develop a drinking habit as well. Because I know that sometimes, unfortunately, people that have parents that have habits like that develop them themselves. Oh boy. Lorraine, I received your letter and I'm quite surprised. You ran off with your father all of those years ago, then disappeared off the edge of the map, and then when I finally track you down, refused to answer any of my letters. And now you write to me asking for help. I have another family now and another life. Your father was a horrible man, and I regret the years that I wasted with him. I love you, I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Still, I would have fought for custody if you hadn't run away with him. It broke my heart, but I needed to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking open old wounds. I'm sorry, Lorraine, but I just can't do it. Maybe one day it will be easier and I can meet Callum, but not yet. I'm not ready to forgive you. Please don't contact me again, Karen. Wow, your mom freaking sucked as well, apparently. Like, I understand that, you know, you don't love the father anymore. And from the sounds of it, either Lorraine purposely went with the dad, or given that the dad was, you know, an alcoholic and stuff, maybe she didn't want to go with him, but you didn't exactly decide to, like, work with her, or she wasn't able to tell you how she really felt. Sorry, I'm just like, I'm getting upset. Even though I'm looking at this thing, which, let's face it, this was a death toy. You had to be so careful not to, like, break your ankles or your head if you fell off of that thing. But, like, it feels like the mom has basically given up and has decided, oh no, my new family is better. Like, I realize this is an adult and she's got a son now, but, like, it still gives off that same vibe. Dunwich Emergency Services. Miss Mallard? Mallard? I'm gonna say Mallard like the duck. As we agreed in our meeting today, we consider you fully recovered from your illness. This letter is official notification that you are considered sound of mind and body and may return to work at any time. Please note that you should discontinue any medication that you have been using and dispose of any remaining medicines. If you feel at any time that you are suffering a relapse, then please make contact with your local physician immediately. We wish you continued good health. Dr. Spencer, Dunwich Medical. Okay. Can I play with you? You're gonna talk to me?
Show yourself?
No? Okay. But yeah, it seems like the mom assumes that she willingly went with the dad, and given that the dad started to drink, I'm going to assume it was more of like she wasn't able to get away, and he might have convinced her that the mom didn't want her. Dunwich Emergency Services again? Mallard Lorraine Kimberly, committed on October 17th. Date of discharge, November 10th. So in there almost a month. Diagnosis depression, which we kind of had a feeling she had. Notes from overseeing psychologist. Lorraine seems to be suffering from depression that began early in her pregnancy. Yeah, because her husband died in a really horrible accident. Our discussions have made it obvious that these episodes stem from the grief of losing her partner. Yes, who died about 6 months ago. There are also several unresolved issues with her father. I'm not surprised about that either. After being kept under careful observation, we provided standard treatment for this disorder, including electroconvulsion therapy. Yep, see, that's what I was talking about when we got the weird vision. Basically sending an electrical current through your brain like, oh, this will fix it. The patient responded and made a rapid recovery. Or possibly faked it so that you stop doing it. After care recommendations, weekly follow-up with local physician, mood stabilizers, lithium-based. Like the batteries? Sorry, it's probably the other one, but I just thought of lithium batteries. Discharge instructions. Lorraine has a newborn son, Callum, who was placed in foster care shortly after birth when Lorraine displayed symptoms of disassociation and depression. It's our judgment that Lorraine is fit to have her son returned to her as long as she follows her recommended aftercare routine and continues with her medication. We have faith that she will be an effective caregiver. How nice. Lorraine has her own housing and her employer, Susie, has said she is welcome to return to her shifts at the diner. Norma Creed, a local woman, has offered to care for Callum while Lorraine works. It is with the support network in mind that we feel confident releasing Lorraine from this institution. Medication instructions. A prescription for Zoloft that can be filled at Flagg's Pharmacy in Kingsmouth. She has been advised to start with 10 milligram dose and then, based on the advice of her doctor, to increase the medication as needed. Maybe not the best way to go about that, but that's probably just the best thing they can think of right now. Read notice. Oh dear. Miss Mallard. Our inquiry to the estate of Donald Williams has been complete. We regret to inform you that the primary beneficiaries of his estate, including the life insurance settlement for accidental death, were listed as Rose Williams and Richard Williams of New York State, the deceased parents. Our agency made contact with Mr. and Mrs. Williams and explained your situation, especially as regards to the birth of Donald's son Callum. Unfortunately, they were not receptive to our overtures, and they specified that without any legal proof of a biological relationship, they consider you ineligible to receive any of the monies. Sorry, my brain's like, is that how you spell monies? From Donald's estate. They have asked that we no longer contact them regarding this matter. I understand that this may be a negative impact on your current financial situation, and I hope that I am not being too forward when I enclose the bill for our services with this letter. Sincerely, Edward Stapleton, attorney. Yes, it is a little forward to include the bill with this, oh sorry, they won't help you letter. So it seems like Donald's parents, likely because there wasn't, I feel like there's supposed to be a picture here that I'm just not seeing. Sorry, because that doesn't look like a proper note either. But I feel like Donald's parents were like, oh, well, we don't know for certain that you have Donald's child. You might just be saying that to get money. But that's why it would be like, well, get a paternity test. But then I remember this is the 70s. They probably didn't really have that. Or even if they did, it wasn't, like, really good. Why do I have to keep going down? Alright, these doors are gonna, like, thump at me at some point, aren't they? I can't tell if he was actually saying words or just humming. Well. Oh goody, we have a loop. I had a feeling. Yeah, Nightmare Circus. I'm assuming this is just going to be the same stuff. Oh no, it did change. The park, it was a waiting on the child for taking, using joy for baiting, while their mother's mind is breaking. And and a legacy, and a and a Angelisa wins. I feel like that's probably what was going on with Callum. Sorry. Hey, little teddy bear. Lorraine, things aren't right between us at the moment, I know. I want to try and explain it. I think it is because I am so far from home and I am working so hard. Every day working at the park, it gets worse. Like a spring inside my head, winding tighter and tighter and tighter. When we go for drinks after work, it gets a little better. The guys relax and we laugh and we're good people again. I don't want to come home to you without being in my right mind. And when this job is done, we need to get out of this place. We need to go back to the city, where I don't feel like this anymore. I love you, Donald. P.S. I was thinking about names for boys and girls. Like Callan for a boy and Emma if it's a girl. Alright, so that's definitely from Donald before he passed. Are you gonna freak out on me? No? Awesome. Can I read this better? Of course I can't. Yeah, this is Zoloft. I'm trying to read, like, what its intended purposes are, but I can't read that small. So it seems like the park was affecting Dawn as well. Sorry, doing a quick read of this. That seems to be exactly the same. But it looks like it was affecting Dawn as well. And he was definitely, like, not feeling like himself anymore. Which, you know. You. Some more Zoloft. This has changed to Lorraine now. I wonder if Lorraine at one point wanted to be a writer, or if it's just she's going more and more into, like, a fantasy world. But, like what I was saying with, oh, interesting. Her... See, sir, she... Her... Heh. I'm not seeing any other words that make sense, per se. Shy. Alright, that's gonna hurt my head if I keep trying to look. But yeah, I'm assuming that the park was getting to Dawn, unfortunately. I'm hoping that's not why he fell. Like, because of Count? I do think, unfortunately, that there is a chance that she would occasionally get physical with Callum, with the way this is acting. But at the same time, Callum very well could have just... Sorry, I'm trying to, like, have a lot of thoughts, so before I look at this, I think, obviously, the park is, like, haunted by some sort of evil entity. And therefore, I'm going to say that started to affect Dawn. He maybe wasn't paying as close attention as possible, and that's why he fell. And I don't know how close the park is to where Lorraine and Callum lived, because it could have seeped into them as well, depending on like how close they are to that. It sounds like they're living in the same sort of like village near it. So unfortunately, I think that it might have been affecting Lorraine and the others around her. She would come to the park a lot, which I'm assuming reopened. Pardon me, small hiccup there. After, the dude took care of everything or something. Because what I'm getting is, it sounds like Lorraine obviously had a lot of problems. She got, a prescription to try to help her with her problems. But obviously, whether that was actually helping or not is up for grabs. It looks like she may have started to drink wine a lot. Possibly because her dad was an alcoholic and she chose the, lesser of the evils. Okay. Sorry, losing train of thought. But I feel like she probably... It looks like she smoked. She probably started drinking wine, trying to not be as bad as her dad was with his alcohol. Because wine is one of those that, it can get you drunk, but it's not nearly as bad as, hard liquor and that kind of thing. See, and this is the other thing, is, I didn't ran away, Dad took me. Yeah, this looks exactly the same as before. So, likely, the dad didn't want to let Lorraine go because of the fact that he lost his wife, and if he started drinking, who knows what his mind was like. But... Thank you, William, for the watch. It's very nice. It has made me a happy carrot. It is kind of cute, and I'm thinking it is written by Callum, because that looks like his handwriting. But, obviously she's got problems coming from the trauma that she's had with her family. I feel like she's trying not to do the same thing with Callum, but it might be very hard to get out of that rut of, this is how things are. Then there's also the problem of whether or not this park is up and running at this time period. Because it feels like it's one of those, it is, and therefore I do think Callum was abducted by somebody and she tried to find him but she couldn't. But that's also probably me trying to go, I'm hoping and believing that she didn't actually hurt her son. Okay, he's singing the one little duck song. Hi. You gonna let me in? Alright, and this is getting more discombobulated. So I feel like this is kind of showing her mental state, unfortunately. A chipmunk goes a stab, stab, stabbing. In the eyes, a jab, jab, jabbing. And all the townies gab, gab, gabbing. Just lie down and let it happen. Basal ganglia win. I wonder if the names on the bottom are like some sort of god's names, and those were like the names that were said when the children were sacrificed. Yeah, and like here, it's making it look like both her and Callum are like little devils. So I feel like that's not her interpretation per se, but it could be. She might see them both as devils, like her for her thoughts of being a bad mother, and him for just being like maybe not the, you know, most calm child. I'm trying to think of the best way to to think of how to say that. And I did also notice that hunger just changed into the true story of Hansel and Gretel. I'm sorry, I'm just trying really hard to like figure out how this is all working together. A long time ago in a forest in the woods there lived a woodcutter and his wife and his two children. One named Hansel, a girl named Gretel. Very poor and had very little to bite her sup. So this sounds exactly like what was said in the tales. The story has been doctored to hide the truth from the unsuspecting public. Now our panel of fairy tale experts have uncovered compelling evidence that Hansel and Gretel were in fact eaten alive. Ugh. In this never-before-seen expose, read about how their parents inexpertly tried to cover it up by telling stories about a witch in a house made of candy. All here in the pages of the shocking fake story. Oop.
That's the way it goes. And old fans, new fans, any fans, old fans. When they for that, I know your fans are fluffies. Look. What beautiful sound, the new sound, people and fans. There she is.
Sorry, I'm trying to listen to that because I'm like, what is it saying? Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. Yeah, I'm almost convinced that this park stuff unfortunately is correct. Ooh, boy. Or not correct, but it is actually a thing. Let's see. Her why. See her try. Her lie. Say. See her cry. See her why. See her try. Her lie. Bye bye. Her cry. Try. Say hi? I don't know. Say bye bye. Yes, say bye bye. I'm trying to look at the colors and do this. Okay. Sorry about that. The stream decided to go a little funky for a hot minute. My bad. But yeah, saw this, and like, it's trying to fix itself, but doesn't seem to be doing so good. Apologies, the stream went a little funky. Oh lord. That's a lot of Zoloft prescription. Yeah, I feel like them saying, hey, increase this as you think you need it, was not the best. Because whether that actually helped her or not is definitely the question right now. Do I want to know? Oh dear. Nope. Alright. Have you been here the whole time? I don't think so. History of Solomon Island. I hope I haven't been missing that the entire time. Uh-oh. Sorry, keep looking at this to see if I can see anything different. I don't think so. And she got more and more mad, probably at both of her parents, with the way everything went. Oop. But unfortunately, since she didn't really have anyone to rely on. Oh, hi, sir. Don't need you, Mr. Winter. No, thank you. Since she didn't have anyone to rely on, it probably just got worse and worse. Oh man, I don't even have a door this time. I don't like this. Hello? I think that was that duck song again. Ugh. Are we ready for this? Oh, lovely. Sorry, anybody that doesn't like dolls. Alright, what do you say? Boogeyman goes a walking, sneaking, stealing, a stalking. Is he really a talking? Now is not the time for balking. Cerebral cortex win. Well, cerebral cortex is supposed to be in your mind, but I don't know if I consider this a win, per se. Oh, the poor little bear's got, like, a black eye. Oh, and you're just missing yours. I'm sorry, can I put it back in? Probably not. Alright, Hunger the Story. The woodcutter is dead, the witch always wins. The woodcutter is dead, the witch always wins. All here in the pages of this broken story. Hello? Give me the little thing. I'm gonna assume that's Dawn. Yeah. My two best friends, Dawn and Laura. With Can You Hear Us, Lorraine? A sun will struck the earth. Millions of cattle are uprooted from their homes. A young shadow searches for a way to stop global domination. An exotic dancer, Listen Lorraine, is the key to saving the world again. Dynamics. Irrepressible, everything you've come to expect. Answer us, Lorraine. Lorraine, we are watching. Alright, so can you hear us, Lorraine? The willing, a sun will, cattle, shadow, domination. Listen, Lorraine. Irrepressible. Answer us, Lorraine. Lorraine, we are watching. I wonder if that's like when she was in the hospital, or if that's actually something like trying to warn her about something. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, now it's dried blood, which makes me think Callum probably went missing a while ago, actually. Or at least whenever that happened, he got hurt a while ago. Hello, little thing. Right. See her cry, see her try. Her lie, her why. Say bye-bye. It is still pretty much the same. This changed to something. See him. Yeah, I feel like her head was this. So I'm guessing that Chad used this at some point because it said about the apparently in people's eyes. Alright. Open, so I can't go down that way. I don't know if I want to go in here. Can I have my flashlight back? Hi. Alright. Who are we hiding from? Mockingbird don't sing. Oof. Oh boy, Miss Mallard. As we agreed in our meeting today, we considered you to be insane. To be clear, you are in no way a sound-minded body and you are a danger to everyone around you. Please note that your only escape from this should be drugs. Ugh. A bunch of them. In case there was any doubt, you are suffering a relapse and nobody really cares. Nobody can help you. Good luck, Dr. Spock. Dunwich Medical. I don't think Dr. Spock would ever say that, but you know. Reading that, I feel that she thought nobody really cared what was going on in her life, and all they did was basically try to prescribe her more drugs. You know, again, probably wrong. Sorry. So unfortunately, she just kept taking more. Yeah, and like this. I don't know where that would come from if the creepy man, who I think is Mr. Winters, wasn't at least sort of real. Like maybe Callum saw him at some point or something. Because like there's too much weird stuff that is pointing towards supernatural. Well, the dolls are gone at least. I guess that's good. This whole thing is very interesting, and I feel like open to a couple of interpretations. Lorraine, you need to focus on what we are discussing. The Chipmunk Killer, Steve Gardner. He was locked away for what he did to those kids. Nathaniel Winters hasn't been seen in years, but he is nowhere near Atlantic Island Park. We've established this. We know this. Okay. So with this, what I think it is again, I'm really leaning toward Callum got abducted by Steve, or at the very least, Nathaniel Winters, who everyone is like, oh no, he left. There's no way he's at the park. But the truth is that Callum, probably being mischievous, decided to run into the park on his own, likely when it was closed, and just not paying attention. Lorraine lost him. Like, she had an idea that he went into the and she saw him take Callum, but she couldn't do anything. Oh, hello there. I now see something in the eye. We're talking. Can you hear us, Lorraine? Some will be devoured, all the cattle will be enslaved, the shadow lies in your future, our domination. If you listen, Lorraine, you are the key to damning the world. You are irrepressible. You can only join us, Lorraine. Lorraine, we are one. Yeah, and this sounds like whatever's going on with the park, possibly because she was coming here so often with Callum, likely to be close to the memory of her significant other, she started to get infected too. See him die? How about no? See her lie, see her try, see her cry. Ask her why. Say bye-bye. Okay. All of this blood running is very not nice. But yeah, it does seem that oh, Lordy Lou. Hi guys. Sorry, didn't know what to think about that. Forget Don, Dad, Ka, not him. Yeah, it's like she's trying to forget her past in a way, and the people that she cared for, likely because she feels that it's best to forget them. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna do this for no apparent reason. Ah, great. No, I don't want the ice pick! Yeah, see, this, to me, is a symbol to what happened to Callum. Probably Steve, or if Steve was already in jail, poor baby doll. I'm not gonna look up, but I feel like either Steve or interesting, because they're just like I wish I could turn you off. Rot. Ugh. Oh, that's not comforting. The way every sound just cut out. Great. Well, that was a trip.
Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding. Two children are led into the woods by an old witch. A child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of this story, the mother and the witch were the same person. I never wanted to be the witch, but I am, aren't I?
I don't think you are. That's the thing. I feel like it's being... Sorry, I'm trying to think the best way to describe this. I feel like it's being set up that she's the problem, she's done something to Callum, but there's so much other stuff going on here, at least to me, that I can't help but think that the truth is something happened to Callum, but she wasn't actually, fully responsible anyway. Kids broke in today. It has been so long since I heard laughter, so very long. I took one of them. I couldn't help myself. I was fast, the others didn't notice. I liked hearing him laugh, this boy from the academy. I put him on a slab. I tickled him until he couldn't breathe. My machines came to life, whirring in time to his gasps and shrieks. I think this is delightful. The change wrought in me by the machines is not yet complete. There must be other children I can lay on my slab. Yeah, see, stuff like this. So I think Nathaniel Winters, whatever the frick his name is, Mr. Winters, creepy top hat man, was still living in here. Kids started to break into Atlantic Island Park because it wasn't up and running like we saw at the beginning. So they would break in. Callum likely broke in. Now, whether he's the one in that clipping or a different one, he was taken likely because of Mr. Winters wanting to hear more laughter. Sorry, trying to figure out what that song is. Eyes Without Sparkle. Yeah, and then that looks like a postpartum depression book. I feel like I know this song, but I have no idea why or where. But Mr. Winters found Nathan, decided to take him. It seems like whatever machines he was trying to use to become immortal, they've prolonged his life or whatever. But he very obviously is not immortal yet, and that's why he wants more kids to be put on his slab to try to make himself immortal. Yes? Hello. This is not good. I do not think. Yeah, there's really nowhere else for me to go, so... Yeah. Sorry. Sometimes when I stop, I'm also trying to, call for Callum, which isn't working.
Callum?
Yeah, see, I feel like this could be a memory.
Callum? Callum?
And hello, Chad. He's got a Cthulhu shirt on. This has got to be some weird eldritch horror stuff that I don't understand. Hello, Mr. Winters. What are we doing? Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to like collect my thoughts and wait and see what else happens here before I give my like final rundown of what I've been getting out of this.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time.
Pardon. Why the random bug? Hello, person from the start.
Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Okay, is that it? Because if that's it, I have an idea of what's going on, though I don't think I'm correct in the least, but we'll find out. Okay, I think that's probably it. So, what I've gotten out of this, me personally, is that Atlantic Island Park was a real place. It likely was a place that just drew negative energy to itself, and it basically made the land bad, kind of like I said at the beginning, like Pet Cemetery. And because of that, they were able to, I guess, summon or attempt to summon like evil gods. Again, Callum had a Cthulhu shirt on, so some sort of eldritch horror. Now, there was a guy, Nathaniel Winters, who possibly was trying to do the opposite by making good energy come so that the evil, like, dissipated. Now, whether that is correct or not, I don't know, because from the looks of it, it looks like that ending scene to me is she went to try to find Callum, but she found him too late. He was likely already gone, and she blamed herself for it. That's why, like, you see her, like, fighting Nathaniel Winters, but in the end, like, she's the one that supposedly stabbed him. Now, the other way that I see that happening is, instead of it being Nathaniel Winters doing it, but her, she was perhaps possessed, because again, I don't know how far away from the park her and Callum actually lived. Sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and just restart this, because I want to see if I can get that like weird ending that I heard that you can get at the beginning as well. But yeah, my thoughts are either she was possessed and killed him, and you know, that's just the way it goes. Where on earth would I even continue from? Sorry, I'm curious. But you know, either I'm putting it down as she got there too late and he was unfortunately already gone, and she blames herself for not being able to save him. The other thing I'm seeing is she somehow got possessed by whatever evil was possessing Mr. Winters, and because of that, he ended up convincing her to, you know, take out her son. Yep, go ahead, start a new game. Yep. But those are the two ways that I'm seeing is happening. Now, there is a third way, which I'm sure a lot of people are probably behind, but I feel like there's too much, like, mention of other people and, like, weird goings-ons for us to completely ignore it for this type of game, which is just, she was someone going through mental problems who ended up, unfortunately, abusing and killing her son. And then she blamed it on these other things that she'd read about. I think all three of them are possible, but again, based on what I'm seeing
my
and
heart and
also
mind,
what
I always return to Atlantic Island
I
Park.
think the other game is that these people did, I think it's much more likely that there is the supernatural element to it.
Where's Mr. Bear?
He
I haven't seen
doesn't
Mr. Bear,
exist.
Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
You just hang out there. I'm gonna double check something real quick. Alright. Sorry, I'm looking up what the other game is. Let's see here. Alright, yeah. Park. Okay, so this is technically a spin-off of Funcom's earlier game called The Secret World. Now, obviously I have not played such a thing, but I've heard that it's another thing that has like occult forces in it and that kind of thing. So I don't think we can go against the fact that there is likely occult stuff working in this world. Alright, now I've heard... See, I think instead of actually bothering with the park, we just leave, is the other ending I've heard of this. I don't know if I can do that yet, or if it comes after talking to the guard, but I'm just gonna walk up this way and see what happens. But yeah. According to what I'm reading here, it is like a multiplayer thing that... Hello? Oh, okay, leaves. I thought that was rain for a second. That has to do with certain things going wrong because of the occult. So I'm going to assume that the occult...
What am I thinking? I can't leave.
Oh, well, I tried. Alright, can I leave if I were to talk to him and then try to go? Maybe. I'm gonna do that one more time, because that might have been the ending. I don't know. I don't think it would be, though.
Attention, patrons. The park is now closed.
I have to say, this does look very cute and happy, and also very 70s.
Employees, prepare the park for shutdown.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Yeah, see, and that's the other thing, like, the way she talks about it, it makes me wonder, did this reopen or did it not? Because if it reopened,
What?
I can kind of see this being a thing, but if it closed in the 80s, Callum was never
Hey,
here
Lorraine.
normally.
Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath. Think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
Yeah, see, and like that, it seems like he broke in. So I do think Callum probably broke in and was snatched up by Winters. Now, whether Lorraine was able to find him quickly, or if it took a while, I'm not sure. But I think she had a feeling that he liked this place. Again, maybe he broke in sometimes before, and therefore he was like, oh, you know, this'll be fun. So she decided to go there and look for him, and that's where she saw Winters and figured out what was going on. Also, the woodcutting axe, makes me think she's not the witch, she's not Hansel, she's not Gretel. She's the woodcutter. The one that actually really loves her child and wants to do what's best for them, but doesn't really know how to go about doing it.
Oh, what am I thinking? I can't leave.
Okay, yeah. Apparently that's just what happens. Well, that is good to know. So, that is apparently the park. That is my thoughts on it. I think we've got a mom that unfortunately her kid got sucked into weird occult stuff and blames herself for his death. That is what I'm going with for my interpretation of this. How correct I am, I don't know, but that's what I've got. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be streaming a bit more on Twitch for the haunted month of October. It's going to be a lot of scary stuff. Hopefully you will join me for that as well. But either way, I hope you guys have a stellar day, and I will see you next time.